Welcome back to the Vessel Podcast, where we discuss the highs and sometimes lows of getting to know God. I am your host, Lee Ann, and we have a special guest in the building tonight, and we have my aunt, Alberta Isabel. Let's give her a round of applause. She comes. Woo! All right, look,
Thank you.
Absolutely. So welcome to the Vessel. I'm glad to have you here. She's not the only one here. We got a few other guests, but she's the only one brave enough to grace the mic today. So we're excited about it. But let me ask you a few questions.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready. How are you?
I'm great. I'm
am
great.
so glad to be here today.
Oh.
I am so glad. We had a good church service.
Amen.
I'm here with my sisters
Yes.
and my nieces, and I am just filled with joy and happiness.
Come on, my spirit is filled too. So
yes.
I feel good. Okay, well, good. So this podcast is all about our journeys with Christ and how we, built our relationships with God, that kind of thing. So tell me this. I always ask my guests this question, and it's simple. I ask them, first of all, do they believe in God? And then also, do you own your faith? And what I mean by that is, if you've been baptized and that kind of thing, based on what you've learned and that kind of thing, do you feel confident that God is real and that you believe totally in Him?
And I do.
Okay.
I've had a journey, a long journey, to get to where I am today.
Okay.
And by the grace of God,
glory,
by the grace of my family, my children, I've had a lot of ups and downs in life, but I'm still standing.
Oh, that's good.
I'm still standing, and I'm still standing strong because I believe in God. He brought me through some trials and tribulations that I thought, why me?
Ooh.
Why me, God? Why me? But the only thing that I could do was pray. And I had to pray with my family was behind me, and that's what got me here. God and my family.
That's good. I love that. If I didn't believe in God right now, just hearing you say that and the passion you have behind it, I want to know a little bit more about who this God is that you serve. So that's good to hear. But yeah, I tell this all the time. So my family is what sustains me. And so one of the things that I've been blessed with is to have a praying family, a family that supports me, a family that we support each other. It don't matter how big or how small the accomplishment is. We're going to have a rally of folks behind us, and we're going to make a reason to have a party or celebrate for something,
We can take a little thing and make it a big thing. By the end of the day, that Sunday, it's like a party.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day when my mom was living and my family was at home, I would always cook at home. I had a husband at that time. My husband is deceased now. But I would always have to cook for him. But come on, kids, let's eat. Going straight over to my mom's house.
Oh, yeah.
Straight over to my mom's house. And that's where family, we would get together and have so much fun. It was like, I don't think it's so much family now.
Yeah.
You and we grew up, that's all we knew.
Yeah.
That's all we knew was family. I didn't know how family didn't get together until I was an adult, grown, out on my own. But now, we still have family gathering. It's not as big, but it is in our hearts and soul.
Yeah. And you got to remember, I tell folks this, my friends know this about me. I come from a big family. So you talking about, your siblings and stuff, but you got to be real. You had 8 other siblings. It's 9 of y'all. 9.
And boy, it was just, and we had each other. That's all we had. We didn't have a lot of luxury things, and our parents was kind of strict on us.
Yeah.
But we knew that we was together. We was a loving family. Our mom and my dad and my grandma, that's what they taught us.
Yeah.
You love each other. You love yourself, and then you love each other.
That's right. And one thing, when I moved into this house, my mama had told me before I even thought I was going to get it, she said it was my house. And I said, oh, no, this ain't it. But the thing that sold me was that magnolia tree that's sitting right at the corner of my driveway. I said, "That's it. That sealed the deal." And that's my grandmother's name.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's my mom's name. That's Magnolia.
Right. That's right.
And she was one of the sweetest women. She made everybody feel like family. When you stepped in her house, you was family.
That's right. I grew up, so even though we had a big family, a lot of y'all and my other aunts and uncles, they had friends too that would come over, and it was just like they was all a part of our family. From my cousins and them friends that lived down the street and all that, the guys, they were all our family. And I love that about us, because you're right. Family and getting together is a lost art.
Yeah.
And that's all that we literally know. And for me, growing up in Starkville and not in Holly Springs, I'm there Friday through Sunday. We didn't leave because my daddy, them was at the racetrack, but we didn't leave till late Sunday. But it was important that we made time for our family.
Yeah. So had a wonderful time.
That's good.
And just the older you get, the wiser you get.
Oh, yeah.
And the more you got to teach your family now how to love one another. Absolutely. And love themselves and love God. You got to put God first, then yourself, then your family.
Absolutely.
And then it will come together as one.
That's good.
It will come together as one.
Yeah.
And we are a loving family.
Mm-hmm.
We have little angerments sometimes, but hey, you better get over it.
That's right.
And we going on.
That's right.
We going on. But that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's very normal to any family. You're gonna have your ups and downs.
That's right.
But come together as a family. Put God first, then your family, and love one another, and love yourself.
And love yourself. Don't forget about yourself.
And please put the number one man first, and that's God.
That's God. All the time. That's good. I love that. I don't even know how to come back from that, because that's good. So I think we carry that. I'm fortunate that God was instilled in us. And I asked the question, do you own your faith? Because sometimes we're taught to love God, but we really don't understand. We talk about it, you gotta praise God and all this, but until you truly go through some things and really experience the goodness of God and really experience who God is to you, all that stuff won't matter. It won't make sense until you're able to connect. So you said in the beginning, you was like, you've been through a lot, and you asked God, why me? And, because some things are just unbelievable that could happen to us.
Right.
And I talk about, we've experienced some death in our family from your parents, my grandparents, your husband, your sister. That was really and truly, I was young when Grandma died, but when Lena B died, that, to me, that was my first real experience with a death like that.
Yeah.
And that rocked us.
Right. In my mom and dad and my sister and my husband had a long journey of sickness.
Yeah.
My husband was sick for 11 years. And when he passed, it wasn't a relief, but I know he was in a better place.
Right.
But when I lost my brother, my brother was in a car accident. I talked to him at 6:00 that Saturday evening, and that Sunday morning they was knocking at the door telling me he was gone. That was a part of me that really I can't shake. But I know he's in a better place, because when I talked to him, he said that day was so special to him.
Wow.
He told me, he said, "Baby girl, I'm having so much fun." He was at a pool hall.
Clicks.
Yes, clicks. But we supposed to been going to Atlanta that next Saturday. Me and him was gonna do my niece's birthday. She was turning 40 or 50 for some age, some milestone.
I think he was 50. Her 50.
Yes, and so me and him was gonna ride together. So I was checking with him to make sure, because I'm a hairstylist, so I have to have my ducks in order.
Yeah, with your clients.
Yeah. So I called him. It was 6:00 that Saturday evening, and I told him, And I called him, and he answered the phone. I could hear all the noise and stuff, and he was talking. Yeah, we still going, blah blah this. And I said, boy, you act like you having a good time. He said, baby girl, I'm having such a good time.
Wow.
And you know what? That was the only thing that helped me through that trial, because I know that final day he had was one of the best days he had in his life.
Listen.
And that's the only thing that's getting me through that death. Mm-hmm. Because a sudden death is hard to I guess grasp. Mm-hmm. But I'm better. I'm much better. Because me and him grew up. We were 2 years apart, so we were the two that was together. Mm-hmm. It was Mama and them paired us all off.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was just, it was devastating to me, and it took me a long time to shake this. But I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and God strengthened me. Yeah. Strengthened me so much that I can talk about it. You just couldn't talk about it.
Right.
But I can talk about it now. I talk about the good time. Mm-hmm. I don't talk about the bad time. Because we had some good time.
Listen,
that man was
Uncle
one of
Sammy could do some things on that dance floor. He was just the life of the party.
He was, and the part about, we used to dance all the time. And now I'm getting back in this system. I had just stopped. I couldn't dance. Yeah. I didn't even have the feeling to dance. Yeah. But I'm getting back into it, because we're getting back to that get together stage.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good. I love that. Well, I think you're exactly right. That death, because it was so unexpected, it rocked us to our core. And for a while, I describe it as I went silent with God. Yeah. Because, and look at me, I didn't feel like our family deserved it. Yeah. You know, and I know that's a bold statement. It almost sounds like it's an arrogant statement, but it was like, how could this person who is so means so much to us and our family happen like this? And so for a while I didn't understand, and like you said, why us, but why not us? You know, we there are so many people that look to our family for happiness, for a good time, for just so you can walk through the door and you can feel at home. You know, and that's what makes us so special, that's for anybody who comes into our presence, and I'm grateful for that. And that's something that only God could grant us. Yeah. And so Uncle Sammy left here prematurely, I believe, but I do believe that he is where he's supposed to be. His work was done here on earth, and to say that he was having such a good time that night before,
oh my goodness,
that's a good way to just you know, sum it all up. I think that's good. So,
and I want to say to my niece, Leanne, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for this time.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much. And I love my family.
Absolutely.
And it was nice being here.
Thank you. And I'm so glad you were able to grace the studio and the mic. So you did a wonderful job. So thank you.
Thank you.
But with that, peace.
That's all.